Welcome to week 3, part 2. Today we'll be talking about managing our downtime and seeing the difference between a light workload week and a heavy workload week and how to sort of balance those out. A little recap from our last video, we talked about making a master schedule to help reduce anxiety and stress so you don't forget anything. You have your schedule all in one place. You have your classes, practice, your work times in here, meeting times, somewhere, where you have everything. You can go back and watch last week's video or earlier this week's video to see how I made it so you can make one yourself. Today's video is going to be, like I said, managing downtime in our workload. So I'm just going to give you a couple of tips on how to do that. So personally for me, this past week was a light workload week, but instead of, just completing my assignments and having a ton of free time, I worked ahead because I know exam week is coming up in about a week, and that's a super stressful and busy time. So I sort of am working ahead to reduce the amount of work that I'm going to have to do. So I know I have a lot of tests coming up. Super simple way, if you have a study guide, plug in the answers with a different color so you can see. So I did my study guide for a test that I have next week already, out of the way, don't have to stress about it. A couple of other tips for, if you have a heavy workload coming up, well, I have a huge presentation coming up, I have a huge project, break it into little chunks. So for this was my final project a semester ago, and it seems like a lot, a bunch of writing, a lot of slides, a lot of information. However, I did a slide a day. Super simple, easy. I don't get overwhelmed. I don't get, tired of working and writing. So I just broke it down and did a slide a day. So I wrote 2 paragraphs and then I put, my pictures in, and that really helped me out. So when it came time to my exam, I didn't stress out. So that is a tip. If you're writing an essay, another thing, pre-plan it out. Pre-plan, brainstorm on a different sheet, and then write a paragraph a day. Super simple, easy, so your mind isn't, cramming everything in. You're trying to write a whole essay in, 30 minutes or an hour because you waited till the last minute. A paragraph a day, or maybe 2 paragraphs a day, and it just makes it super simple, reduces the stress, reduces procrastination. So those are all really good things. Especially with exams coming up, you want to make sure you're working ahead, studying ahead, so we're not cramming things in, because we all know how exam week can be. You can still make an appointment with me on your Blackboard community if you need any individualized help or study skills tips, some specific questions you have. You can go in here are the links. If you missed any of my old videos, they're all right here in the same tab that you make an appointment in. It's just on the side. You would click video skills. I am going to be running a workshop, a study skills workshop, this coming Monday, the 15th at 5 p.m. I am assuming that, there will be an email sent out with a link that you can join. I'll be going over some time management, a little bit of procrastination, some tips and tools to help you in your classes. And then next week's video, I'm going to start going over some note-taking skills since we are coming up to exam week. I'm going to go over some note-taking skills, and there'll be a couple of different videos. So stay tuned for that, and have a great rest of your week.